the movie Folks. And wasn't this a fun one, boys and girls, about dementia and taking care of your loved ones?
No, I didn't like.
Was
this
it
movie.
a fun one? Yeah. Was it a fun one at all? Because I didn't realize it was meant to be for at least 20 minutes.
Oh, come on. I think it was pretty obvious from pretty early on that it was meant to be funny.
Yeah.
I think that there was a guy who kept stubbing his toe.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess slapstick comedy and people getting hurt, running into doors, banging their knees on benches makes this a comedy now, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest, I can't really remember what happened. It was that boring. I wasn't paying enough attention to it. It was a bad movie. Morgan, I thought you said you weren't going to watch it. It sounds like you've watched it.
Yeah, we were having some dinner. I came over to Puttri's house as it's my weekend off from work, and Mitch said that he was going to go watch it in the garage. So I thought, why not just settle into this one? So I watched that one with Mitch.
Yeah, we broke the rules. We didn't state that to the. Did we tell the audience we were doing that? Well, I fucked that up.
I don't think so.
No, sorry, I may have lifted the veil a little there.
A little bit of
or shown behind the curtain, but we were going to maybe try and see if one of us didn't watch it, what that might be like, and whether we could explain it to you. But we've all seen it, so now I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So, yeah, I guess what Hayden's trying to say is we were attempting to flip the formula of the show, the tried and tested winning formula, and have one person in the group not have watched the tomato, and then the other three would have to explain it to them.
The formula that's been critically lauded by the Canberra Times.
Yes.
The very same formula.
But I'm wondering if maybe we can just edit, obviously, what I'm about to say out, in that I can just pretend. I just pretend that I did. And
you could pretend.
And I keep miraculously guessing what happened.
Look, I'll happily not watch the next movie, although that's not true because I think the next movie might be Look Who's Talking.
Yeah, no, I'm
so
looking
I'll
forward
happily not watch that. We're definitely watching that film. All right, so what's this? This is a movie where it stars Tom Selleck. Who
is it a movie though, or is it?
It's a madcap comedy. It is a madcap tomato about sliding into senility and the horrors of this life.
And I think my little tomatoites out there are really going to respect this film. The acting was actually pretty good, and the script in parts acceptable.
Yeah.
No.
It was
I
boring
get your point.
though. The only issue with it was just boring. Like I didn't care.
It was so boring, and it took so long for me to even realize what the movie was about.
Really?
Like I'm talking probably 50 minutes to an hour. I don't think they really actually hit what the movie was about until way later than they wanted to.
I totally was. It was one of the fastest ones we've watched where I was like, oh, this is what the movie's going to be. That's interesting. Because I got the total opposite. I was like, I instantly was like, oh, here we go. Should we tell the listeners what the movie is about?
Yeah, okay. So it's called Folks. It's from 1992. And just a little bit of background, because I noticed this in the opening credits, which is where I do all my research, as in just watching the credits. This tomato called Folks was directed by a guy called Ted Kotcheff. And the tomato he directed, well, actually, the film he directed right before this one was Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, really?
Which I understand is a film people have seen and like.
Yeah.
So this was the movie he did right after that. Now, this came out in 1992. It starred Tom Selleck. And if you're talking about a basic plot, it's like a guy who's really unlucky and is a bit down on his luck. His parents... He goes to visit them and he has to move in with them and look after them, and I guess his life falls apart or something. Does that sound like fair enough?
I don't think he's down on his luck. I think it's quite the opposite. He's a high-flying dude. He works on Wall Street. He's making trades. He's got a beautiful, sexy wife, and he's ignoring his parents. And, you know, he doesn't speak to his parents enough. And then he gets a call, which is one of my first notes. So I don't know if you've seen Dark Place, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. It's a very funny TV show. Anyway, it reminded me of that. He gets a call from a hospital over in Florida and in the middle of the night, and he answers the phone, and they tell him that his mother is in hospital and he should go down and see her. So he does that. But the way that scene plays out is he answers the phone. He says, "Hello? Yes, this is me." And then his wife walks into the room, and 2 seconds later, she's like, "What is it?" And then he's able to relay about 20 seconds worth of dialogue that he's heard on the phone call, but he's only just answered it. So that was pretty funny. But yeah. So
before we get to that, I got one more comment on the credits, and I should also note we are doing this episode remotely. We're not in the room together, so there might be a bit of like crossover interference and cutting each other off. So let's apologize in advance for that. But another name I saw in the credits that really got my juices flowing was Silvio Berlusconi. You guys see this name as a producer of this tomato?
My juices are flowing right now that I've heard it. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, I saw a lot of Italian names.
So Silvio Berlusconi is like
it's the mafia.
an Italian
a lot of mafia names in
media tycoon and politician. I think he was prime minister for like 3 or 4 terms in Italy. Like he got to the very top of politics, and I think he's still in the UN or something now. But he's also kind of like a Trump figure where he made billions like owning TV networks, and he was also like constantly having these, sexual controversies as well as all these corruption controversies. So he was like, I don't know, dating underage women and getting caught with models and like sleeping with hookers and all this stuff while he was Prime Minister of Italy.
All right. And so what was his role in the movie? He was produced it, or
he produced it?
What did you say?
He produced it.
Hats off to that guy.
I mean,
he gets around.
This movie has a very slimy feel to it. I gotta say, didn't have a lot of fun on this one. It really sucked the life out of me.
Yeah, there were moments that just really sucked, because most of the first 20 or 30 minutes were really boring. And as you guys highlighted, you're trying to figure out, where is this movie going? Or, as the other one of you highlighted, I know exactly where this is going. But
that's right. 20 minutes worth of knowing exactly where it was going.
Yeah, but once you know where it's going, that old man is just such a lovable little turtle, isn't he? With his neck sticking out, and he's like closing his eyes. He's really hamming up that whole dementia thing.
Yeah, all right. That wacky dementia.
So as the audience, I'd be asking, what old man are you talking about right
now?
Okay.
So let's if we go around the horn and do it sentence by sentence. I know you. That's right. You guys already had your sentence in trying and failing to describe what this movie is. This movie is
whoa. There's
tomato.
What now?
This tomato.
Hey, the salsa don't play those games.
This tomato is an accurate.
Shout out to my salsa gang.
To my tomatoites out there. But yeah, it's just a concise sort of look at the horrible decline of our mental faculties as we get older, and it's done in a humorous way. And we know when it's humorous because the music comes on. And we know when it's not humorous because they decide not to put the music on. But whether or not they made the right decisions about what parts of dementia were funny and were serious.
Apparently there's a lot that's funny about dementia.
Yeah. But also a lot that's serious.
If I was going to summarize this tomato, it's Tom Selleck plays a guy called John Aldridge. He's your everyman. I assume he lives in New York or Chicago, I think, and he works on like Wall Street and he's stockbroking. And he has a wife and kids. For some reason, they introduce for about 10 seconds that he used to have another wife, but they annulled it or divorced after 2 months. But that's not part of the story at all, I don't think. It's just like a very minor moment.
It does come back.
It comes back.
Briefly.
It serves its purpose.
Wait, so the story is that his mum has a operation, which means that
kidney stones.
He now has to go take care of his dad, and when he arrives at the caravan, he realizes very slowly and gradually that his dad is starting to decline mentally. And
he really doesn't clue on at all.
Yeah, and I guess at that point...
No, he does though. He definitely sees that his dad is like quite far along dementia. Not even in that early like I'm forgetting things, but like who are you? I don't know who you are. And he's like,
the catalyst
Dad,
for
it's
him
me.
realizing
And
that is
then-
when his dad reverses the car through the entire caravan park for like a kilometer or two. I think
So this part, this was my point in bringing that up, is when he first sees his dad, firstly he goes into the wrong caravan and he sits with this old
That was
random
funny.
guy and then realizes, oh, that's not my dad.
Yeah, that
So
was
then
pretty
he
funny.
goes,
that's his
he
own
finds
little
his real
dementia
dad.
moment right there.
Yeah, he has his own early
Foreshadowing,
stages.
right?
Yeah. And so then he sits with his real dad, and his dad is flat out like, I don't know who you are. And he's like, oh, it's me, John. Literally less than 5 minutes later, he's like, Dad, should we drive your really nice Chevy? And Dad's like, yeah. And he's like, well, why don't you drive, Dad? And he goes, okay. He puts it in reverse, and he just slams through, smashing every building around, immediately causing damage, like gunning it in reverse.
For like a decent like couple of kilometers as well. He's just driving
Yeah,
backwards.
exactly.
He doesn't notice he's going backwards for a very long period of time. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's at that point you know what the movie's going to be, Declan. It's just going to be that. It's
Yeah.
like Police Academy. It's like, all right, this guy's got to deal with his dad. Is just going to do a bunch of crazy shit, and then the movie will end.
But that doesn't seem like a comedy to me. Just a guy dealing with his father's
This
dementia.
movie-
What's the first
this
accident
is
that
the
happens?
kind of-
As a result of his dad like fucking around in the car, what's the first thing that happens to Tom Selleck's character? He gets an injury of some kind to his eye or something, right?
Right.
He hurts his eye
That's the
and he
first
has to
one,
wear an
yeah,
eye
yeah,
patch.
yeah.
And
He
as
hurts his
soon as
eye.
that happened, I was like, gee, I wonder if he's going to
Yeah,
keep getting more injuries across this movie and have
Yeah.
to wear more ridiculous things.
It's a good joke.
And as I said,
Guys,
we've
I
already
figured
seen
the
him
movie
like
out, okay? I'm
stubbing his
smart.
toe. But when he's
One
in
step
that car,
ahead of the writers.
this is a comedy, and we find that out because we get lines like this. So his dad's speeding the car backwards, smashing everything, causing hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage. And the line Tom Selleck turns to his dad and he goes, "I got an idea. Stop the car!"
That's a pretty good line.
Yeah.
and then they land in a lake. They just go straight off into the water and nearly drown. And yeah, so he hurts his eye. And as the tomato progresses, he keeps hurting different parts of his body. He hurts his ear. I don't know. He gets shot. We
Goes
can
deaf
get
in one
into
ear.
that.
I think the first one is the dog
But
bites his foot, and it's not even related.
Yeah, yeah,
That's before he goes reversing in
Yeah.
the car, isn't it?
He just gets fucking
That's
attacked.
before he even visits his dad.
He's in
That's
bed.
just him
He gets a phone
standing
call.
up in his own house.
So you can't blame all the misfortunes on his parents then. Because it starts before he even catches
No.
up with his dad.
Yeah, no, he can't catch a break.
And there's also this other misfortune that he goes through, which is that his entire office is raided by the FBI, and a lot of them turn out to be corrupt and embezzling money or doing whatever illegal stockbroking is. And so everyone around him is getting arrested while he's gone to Florida to hang out with his parents.
Now, Hayden,
I guess what you're meant to take away from, or the way that the people that made this movie were like targeting the audience, they were like, oh man, it's going to be funny. Things are just going to get worse and worse and worse for this guy because he reunites with his parents. And it's going to get real bad. It's going to get funnier and funnier when really you're sitting there going like, yeah, I don't care about this guy at all. Like it's fine. And so like, yeah, things start to deteriorate. Like he's out of a job because his whole brokerage, that's what you call them, brokerage, gets shut down by the FBI and he doesn't have a job and they freeze all his assets. And then they repossess his car and all his stuff, and he's slowly like he loses a testicle. And,
I mean,
He gets
and-
evicted from
and
his house.
his wife
half leaves him.
That's right, takes the kids away, and things just keep getting worse. And then like the doorman at his apartment moves into his apartment, and he can't seem to like get him out of his house because I
Yeah.
guess his leg's broken or
So
something.
the doorman moves in with his sister, who I guess is like a bit of a, I don't know, I don't want to say low class human.
No, she's a
but
bitch. Remember?
she's a floozy.
Yeah, the first time we're introduced, he says he's going to Florida to see his sister, and he just goes, "Oh yeah, she's a bitch."
No, he says I'm going to see the bitch. The bitch.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
And then when he
forgot about the
he
beginning of
arrives
this
in
movie.
Florida,
Hmm.
You guys
so
just
he
watched
arrives in
it.
Florida.
Yeah, we just
and he
watched it,
drives
yeah.
up to the sister's like complex, and he gives his car keys to the valet, and the valet's like, "Hey, who are you coming to see?" And he's like, "My sister's name, I think it's like Andrea or something." And then the valet's just like, "Oh yeah, the bitch."
Yeah, that's right. That's a good line.
Now, Hayden, you've touted yourself as the man who can predict the middle and end of any movie.
I'm across
from the
this.
first 20 minutes. Now, when you predicted that he was going to lose a nut, when you predicted that this was just going to be about the mental decline of a senile old man, did you also predict that the protagonist would be finding multiple ways to murder his parents at their request in the last 15 minutes of the movie?
That's fair. No, that's a really strange turn in the film. I did not predict that.
This is what I was talking about when I was saying I didn't see this coming and I couldn't tell what this movie was until about an hour in, which is when he's spoken to his mother, he's spoken to his father. His father at one point has a very clear moment where he just says, "Hey, I'm really clear-headed. I know that I have mental deficiencies and I'm losing my marbles.
Yeah.
I should die. I should kill myself or you should help kill
Rough
me."
moment.
And the mother's like, "Yeah, why don't you kill us both?" And so the last half an hour is just sequence after sequence of basically like 5 short sketches of him attempting to let his parents die. Now, he can't just murder them and they can't suicide because then he won't get the money and they know that he really needs the life insurance money.
Payout. Yeah, that's right.
So they just basically say, find a way to kill us by accident. And then he sets up a various array of accidents.
He tries to assist them, that's right. Yeah, no, I didn't see that coming. That's a fair point. But as soon as it happened once, I was like, oh, I bet this happens again.
Yeah.
And this is, like, tonally, how weird is it to watch?
It's a bit weird.
What's meant to be a funny movie that also has some quite serious moments of, like, a son losing his father to dementia. But then the end is like, well, let's try another wacky way to kill us.
The comic relief there is that, like, they keep, I think there's one point where he drives them down to, like, a low socioeconomic hood and drops them off with some unfriendly looking gentlemen and hopes that somehow they end up dead. And then, of course, the oldies, like, turn all the hood dudes around and they rock up the next day all happy because they had an awesome time hanging out with the old people. Like, it's just...
They just drop him back to his door and they're like, hey, your parents were great.
There's a couple things I want to say about that, which is that introducing those characters under the bridge around that little fire, there's a saxophone playing, as there is through a lot of this movie.
Through most of the movie.
Yeah, a nice Doobie Brothers style saxophone. This is made in 1992. It sounds like a late 70s Doobie Brothers album.
Yeah.
I did really like some of the music, actually.
But that saxophone leads us into a bar scene where there's a full band playing, including the saxophone.
And the sax keeps playing over the top of it.
And then we go out of that into another scene. They're being dropped home by those same people, and the saxophone is still playing without the band. Very clever. Very nice.
It's really good.
The other thing I wanted to say, which is about, like, I guess it's a comedy movie. Like, I guess that's how we categorize it. But as soon as I knew this movie was about dementia, like, that was a main theme in it, it reminded me of working with people who have dementia and how it is sometimes funny and sometimes very sad. And it really is, up to you whether you laugh or not. Unless you're watching a movie and they put, like, Spanish-sounding music underneath it when they start having a fight in a shoe store, because that's somehow decided that's definitely a funny moment.
I want to pick up on a thread real quick. I think something we skimmed over is, so he goes to Florida to assist his parents. His dad burns down his, like, caravan home in Florida. Then, as a result, fairly early towards the end of the first act, he ends up getting both his mother and his dad and drives them back up to his apartment. So we do end up back in his hometown, and they're living in his city now. I don't know if that was made clear.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is where all of this extra shit happens.
I wanted to point out this line that I liked when John is talking to his father in Florida when he first is catching up with him, and he's like, "Oh, show me the car again. Like, show me that caddy that you had or whatever." And he pulls off, like, the tarp and he shows him and he says something like, "When I told your mother it cost $2,400, she shit a cat."
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what he said there, but she shit a cat is pretty excellent.
So can I? Okay, so I actually do have a theory about this movie. Because there's a lot of... Every time that there's like a swearing moment, there's a weird ADR moment.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a dark comedy that tested really fucking badly. Like it was way too dark and people... And this is them trying to salvage it. Because
Isn't that what Weekend at Bernie's is?
Is it? well, yeah.
I've never seen Weekend at Bernie's, but what I'm imagining happens is, and I've probably seen images and things and parodies, there's an old man wearing sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt in a wheelchair, and he gets pushed into a lake, and they chase after him and try to stop him from going into the lake. That must happen.
Oh, he's dead. Bernie's dead.
All right, can I understand? I'll say my understanding. Again, haven't seen it. It seems like one of those classic 80s ones Mitch would have seen as a kid.
A lot.
That none of us have seen. But my understanding is Bernie is, I assume it's Bernie, is the old man. He dies somehow, and the young protagonist like prop him up, carry him around, and pretend that he's alive for the rest of the movie. That's why he has sunnies and a Hawaiian shirt.
Well, I mean, eventually
that's, like, equally as a... Sorry, say that again, Mitch.
No, it's just he's dead, but you know, he's just sitting on the couch wearing sunglasses, and then they're like, "What if we just pretend he's alive the whole time?" And then it gets wackier and wackier.
For whose benefit?
That's similar to this movie. Like, it's taking a really gross, morbid thing and trying to make it funny. Like,
I can see why they got
it's a similar idea, right?
Well, yeah.
What if my dad had dementia and it was really depressing? But what if he also like smashed? What if I lost my testicle?
Yeah. There was a really good line that he has quite late in the movie, where he he's been through the wars. He's been smashed like 100 which ways. And as we said, he's had a bullet like nick his ear. He's had his eye smashed. He's had his hand bitten, and he's been hit and fallen. He gets his nut hurt. We can talk about that little gag later. But yeah, he literally has a testicle removed in surgery, and he's sitting like on the floor or something. And his mum walks in, and she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And like, "How are you feeling?" And he's like, "I'm fine, Ma. If anyone wants a one-bald, deaf, blind, unemployed vagrant with a limp." So that just shows you how far things get with this guy.
Have you guys seen Anchorman? That escalated fast.
That escalated.
That was
fast. That was a really fast one.
Hayden,
sorry, hang on. No, I fucked it up. No, that was really fast.
Hayden,
that was fast.
Hayden, can I tell you something?
Yeah, please.
Milk was a very poor choice.
No. I forgot I'm lactose intolerant.
Milk.
I don't want to drink this milk.
Milk was a very poor choice for this time of year with this weather and temperature.
Not milk.
San Francisco.
Do you guys remember San Francisco, man?
From Anchorman.
You guys, Will Ferrell in San Francisco,
man? You guys
man?
remember... I remember when he says that he of all the things in his house, the lamp is the one that he loves the most.
I remember that bit as well because
I think it was more sort of. I don't mind lamps. I've got an antique lamp at home.
Yeah,
I think that's what the line is.
I believe it means an old wooden spaceship.
I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's. Is that helpful? Is that constructive right now? I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's.
What about in the part where
she's gonna choke?
All right, bringing us back to folks for a second. Just for a second. Obviously, before we go into butchered Anchorman quotes for Anchorman 2.
Sorry, Declan, just before you... Sorry. It's...
Mitch didn't get his out.
Is it folks or is it folks?
Folks!
Folks! Sorry, you go.
There is an exclamation in the title. That's why Mitch has said that.
Sorry. Please continue.
But yeah, guys, I think we really should stay on track. If we want to get Malcolm Turnbull to guest on this podcast, we need to show some structure.
That
Alright, that's-
Malcolm Turnbull
that is the goal.
is one piece of ash. Believe me, I know from experience.
Hey, no, you don't.
Okay, he's doing Billy Madison now.
Sorry.
Yeah, there is a good line that I liked when John goes to visit his, quote, bitch sister in Fort Lauderdale. And he says to her, like, you didn't even visit mum in hospital. And she's like, she just had a kidney stone. And he's like, have you ever passed a stone?
Oh, yeah.
And then she says, a diamond stud once. I didn't want to have to pay Judy on it.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
the double.
There are some okay lines
Yeah.
in here. It's just a shame it's such a boring goddamn movie. But who guys? We've seen this sister in a 0% movie before.
I thought she looked familiar.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember where
The mother
from.
in Mac and
Tell
Me.
me, tell me.
She's the
The
mother in
Mac and
Mac.
Me. Yeah, Georgina had to point that out to me. I was like, really? I mean, I know this woman.
Yeah.
She's in a bunch of shit, but yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So she plays Arlene, the sister.
Yeah,
I like.
that's right.
There's a joke in this movie that I like to call the old switcheroo, which is when you lead the listener to the joke to believe you mean one thing, and then you switch it on them at the last minute. So there are a couple new people in the apartment. There's a new dog, and there's the old man, and they're not getting along for some reason. And the wife says
here
to
we
the
go.
husband, well, we can just put him in the cupboard. And he goes, oh, I don't think he'd like that. And she goes, oh, I was talking about Granddad. Yeah, I don't think she goes. I don't think the dog would like that. And she goes, I didn't mean the dog. Actually, you interpreted what I said the wrong way. The old switcheroo.
Yeah.
The old switcheroo.
So there's one of
Talking. Oh no, you go.
there's
ahead.
one
This is
there's
your
one
turn to
other
shine.
like pivotal.
Just wanted
part of the
do you
movie,
guys
right?
understand
This is
the
a-
joke?
You guys got that.
Yeah,
Do
no,
you guys get that?
I didn't get it, Morgan, but we haven't got enough time for the
Okay.
joke. Okay, it's
Well,
fine.
if we can, we'll circle
Yeah.
back to it at the end.
Just tell us
We'll
after
circle
the
back.
show.
We'll circle back later.
It's a bit too highbrow. There's one other sort of pivotal
A bit
moment.
too eyebrow.
It's too many eyebrows. There's a pivotal point in the movie. So we have explained the entire movie at this point, right? His life gets shitter because his parents are around, and shitter and shitter.
No,
That's the whole movie.
no.
Except the other point is that old mate, the main character of the film that we're talking about, called Folks from 1992, he used to own a shoe shop. And his dad was really proud of his dad owned it. His dad passed it down to him. He'd never told his dad that he sold the shoe shop. And so his dad, in all his dementia-induced stupor, steals a car, or I don't know, gets into a car and drives down to the old shoe shop, walks right in, even though it's under new ownership, walks out the back door, goes into where they keep the safe, finds a locked hidden compartment that nobody knew about out the back of the store, and pulls out a check or like a receipt or like a certificate for
Shares?
stocks, maybe
Yeah.
$5,000 worth of stocks that he'd bought in a certain company.
Coming back to stocks. Huh?
Yeah.
And we're sort of like, well, what's this about? And as the movie goes on, we realize he bought shares because he used to be a pilot in the Air Force. He bought shares at a very young age in like, I don't know, like a military aircraft or an Air Force manufacturing company or something like this. And of course, he says
It's called McDonald.
that's right, yeah.
McDonnell. Not McDonald's, which I kept thinking that's what they were saying, but McDonald's.
And that's
so
what all the
that's
other
the setup,
characters
and
thought that he was saying.
Through the whole movie.
We realize around about, I don't know, halfway through Tom Selleck's life collapsing that maybe this is the magic bullet. Maybe this stocks will come through and you know, fix his life after all his shit gets repossessed and he gets evicted and stuff. But that's for the end of the movie, which we'll recap later.
He probably would have made more money if it was just stock in the fast food restaurant chain McDonald's, right?
I don't know, back in whenever it was. Yeah, maybe. But yeah,
When did McDonald's
it's
start? The
kind of
50s? It
cute
was
the
the
way
50s.
that they. It's kind of cute the way they misunderstand him. He's in his stupor of being like fucked up in the head because he's old. I think that's the technical term. He says McDonald's a few times, And they keep going.
And he's like, "You hungry?"
Yeah, you hungry, pup? And they take him through the drive-through.
He's always like,
several times.
Yeah. See, since he's been mind raped by time, he can only eat McDonald's.
That's right. So that's the only other thread in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, hey,
What you got?
Hey, we got a pad man. Well, did you see any
Who's
other
the bad
familiar
man?
faces in this film?
Ooh, I saw one.
I saw one.
I saw a young man swing in and swing out.
Oh, he swung hard.
I saw a man. I don't know what else he's been in. I can't make any more. Jean Favreau is in this movie.
John Favreau.
Yeah, he played a taxi driver, right? He just showed up for a little bit.
I don't know who that is.
He dropped something off. He's in Swingers.
John Favreau.
John Favreau. You don't know who John Favreau is?
You know, he has that.
I don't know
show
who
where
anyone
people sit
is.
around
I'm looking
and
at pictures
eat
of him
and talk.
now. What's his best?
He's Money
thing?
Baby.
He's in
He's
the
Money
Iron
Baby.
Man movies. That's the big one. But he was in Swingers back in the day. He was in a bit of Sopranos. I think he played himself in
that's
Sopranos,
right.
maybe.
So far we've got Swingers.
Sopranos.
Plays himself.
He directed Elf. Elf?
Yeah.
Elf. He was in
He
something
also
called
directed the Lion King movie, The
the
Mandalorian
second-
on Disney Plus.
Yeah. But not the original Lion King.
Iron Man 1.
He also
Yeah.
wrote, starred, and directed Citizen Kane.
I heard that.
Sorry?
It got
And-
terrible reviews.
And Saving Private Ryan and Toy Story.
Guys, people listen to this show, this podcast, to get real movie facts. And if we mix them in with these made-up ones,
Sorry,
they're going to leave angry. They're going to
I
unsubscribe.
was
tell
thinking
you
of
what-
Tom Hanks. I was thinking
Let
of
me
Tom
tell-
Hanks.
Let me tell you about
guys
John
talking about
Favreau,
me?
alright?
I didn't know you guys were doing a podcast about me. It's me, Tom Hanks.
Now,
shit, it's
now,
Tom
now,
Hanks.
Buzz. Now,
Now, Buzz. Now, Buzz.
Now, Buzz.
This guy, John Favreau, is the epitome of the kind of celebrity that I just can't. Like, he's in literally everything that is popular that I don't give a fuck about. Elf, Iron Mans, I don't care about these things. You know, there are some celebrities that are just like off your radar and you would be perfectly happy if they never made it onto your radar. This is that guy for me. I don't care about
you
this
don't
dude.
say you don't say that about John.
You don't come in here and say that about my boy
You
John.
don't
who's
say
in the
that
Iron
about
Man.
my boy.
It sounds like it's.
Let me tell
it
you,
sounds like it's only because he
if
was in
John-
Sopranos that you guys have hard
No.
cocks for him.
No.
You watch Chef?
Let me tell
You
you
ever
something,
see
Hayden.
Chef?
Vince Vaughn is going to kick your ass.
Oh, dude.
Vince Vaughn, if he hears this, he is coming for you.
Can we get Vince
He's
Vaughn
gonna
on the
be
show?
money. Hey, it's me,
Clear
Vince
this up.
Vaughn. You're gonna be money, baby.
Vince
It's me.
Vaughn. You guys remember Baby
came in-
Vaughn?
I came in when my friend Tom
Dude.
Hanks came in. Is this good? Do I sound like me? I feel like my voice doesn't sound like me right now. It's me, Vince Vaughn.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's just the
not
line
Vince
is
Vaughn.
coming in.
That's one of
pretty
your worst
weird.
impressions of the whole show.
What are you talking
Check out
about? You're
this
money,
impression.
baby. You're money, baby. You're gonna be money. It's all gonna be
Sitting here
fine.
with Vince Vaughn.
Favreau. I'm a big fat dummy and I'm not in any good movies.
You gotta watch Chef, dude. You gotta watch Chef,
Is that
man.
you, Tom?
He makes a grilled
Chef.
cheese in that movie that'll rock your fucking
Guys,
world, man.
We're talking Cuban sandwiches.
Cubano.
Guys,
Well, I've got to
this is
say,
the
I
second-
thought the
this is-
movie was pretty good.
there have been a couple of similarities both in this film and other films in the 0%ers in the 0%
Oh.
club, which we're going to refer to it as from now on. One is that we've had the same woman.
ZPs.
So-
Wait, can we call
so-
it
so-
the
can we-
ZPs.
No,
So-
wait.
so-
Can we call it the Zero High Club?
The Zero High Club, yeah. which is apt because of what I'm about to tell you. But well, it's not really. It's the opposite of apt. But so what have we got? We've got lots of John Travolta. We've got the woman from Mac and Me is also in this movie, so there's a similarity, a similar thread. And
An
John
actress
Travolta?
by the name of Christine Ebersole or Ebersole. That's who you're talking about.
yes,
Mhm.
and then finally we have another movie already so shallow into our wading out into the depth of the Zero High Club. a movie that ends with a plane flying scene, much like Police Academy did.
Oh,
Yeah,
so we have
that-
a real
that-
aerial battle.
This was the time when the saxophone was needed most, and there was no music through this entire sequence.
Yeah, it was
at
painful.
all. During the time when he was trying to
But-
climb into the plane and the plane was taking off, and then when he finally got in the plane and was all safe.
Hold on, let's explain what we're talking about. So one of the gags at the end, in the way that he's trying to let his parents like inadvertently kill themselves by accident, is they get he tries 3 or 4 times and they keep just narrowly accidentally escaping and causing more damage to other people but not dying, and then he gives them off to his sister because she wants him dead as well. She wants that sweet dead money life insurance, so she's like, I'll kill him in one go, watch me. She just lets them get in like a small plane, one of those 2-seaters, and it's the mum and the dad with dementia is piloting this plane, and he's like, no, I don't want this to happen. I really don't want them to die. And so he dives in front of them and ends up like jumping on the side of the wing, and then the plane takes off, and it's one of those classic, just like Police Academy 4. It's an expensive like stunt piece where there's a real stunt guy on a plane, and I'm like, this is Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible type stuff. I know it's not the real Tom Selleck doing it, it's a stunt guy, but there's a guy in the air on a plane hanging by its wing, and it's pretty impressive.
That's right. Yeah, so Tom Selleck ends up in the plane with his dad and his mum, and his dad's flying around like a crazy man because he was in the Air Force, and like it's all second nature to him. So he's doing crazy fucking backflips and shit, and they're all like, "Ooh, my tummy feels sick." And that's very funny.
What did you guys
Yeah,
think of me
he's
and
having
Cast?
flashbacks to like his time in war.
Did you guys?
He keeps calling, like a sheriff plane starts following them to like stop them.
Yeah.
And he keeps calling the sheriff like Tokyo Joe. And he's like, you're not going to get me today, Tokyo Joe.
Yeah, this
And he fully does like the flying upside down thing.
Yeah.
And then, Tom Selleck's like, please, Dad, land this plane. Come on. And he finally lands it. And he lands it, but he just keeps just like driving so fast on the ground once the wheels have hit the ground, and they kind of crash through some bleachers, and both of the wings get torn off, and they're about to run into like these giant fuel tanks and just explode into death, which would have been really funny. It would have been a great way to end this piece of shit.
yeah. Yeah,
This
but
is
how
where-
they Oh, sorry. You go.
This is where he makes the father makes the comment, and it all like the whole stock thing comes back into the fore. He makes the comment like because the plane survives. He's like, "Man, I love the company that makes these planes. Oh, when I get we should say he's gone into like an episode, and he thinks he's literally back in the war while he's flying the plane. He's like, when I get off this assignment, I'm gonna buy stocks in this company, McDonald's." And then, of course, Tom Selleck's character, being a stockbroker, mutters to the in fact, he looks directly in the camera, winks, and says, imagine if he did that. He'd be rich right now. And so we realize, hang on a minute, there's more to that stock than we originally thought.
Fuck, man.
And then
All right, let's. Oh no, yeah, Morgan, you can go.
well,
You can have the floor.
I was just gonna say, what do you guys think of my Tom Hanks impression before?
The Tom Hanks was actually really good. It was the Tom Selleck that was terrible.
I did a Tom Selleck before.
No.
Yeah.
But you did another really bad one recently.
Yeah, well, I mean, after that plane flight, they're all fine. You know, all is resolved. They don't want to die anymore, I guess, because he talked to his mum, and he was like, "We're family. We take care of each other. Let's not have me murder you and Dad, or Pop, as he likes to call him." So then they all move into. Now, I was confused about this detail because at this point they're evicted from their house. His wife has moved out and come back with the kids now, and they're living in some pretty large, comfortable-looking house, and I guess his parents are now living in the caravan that's out the front, but I'm not sure whose house it is and how they're living there.
It must be the McDonald's money.
Well, no, because the very last scene
no.
and the very last shot is old Pop pulling out the shares and showing them to Tom Selleck, and Tom Selleck responding like he has to his dad in every situation through the whole movie, says, "Oh, Pop." So it's like whether or not he's going through a dementia episode or giving this guy hundreds of millions of dollars or telling him that he wants him to kill him and his mother. Tom Selleck's response is stoic, sociopathic, and quite frankly, I think unscripted.
And then also once Tom Selleck's character sees the I don't know, investment certificate or whatever it is, it freeze frames on him smiling, and that's the end of the movie.
That's the final shot. Have you noticed that all of the tomatoes that we watch for this podcast, that
Andrew, the freeze
really
frame.
bad ones, they do not have a good ending at all. They always have the most unsatisfying, like weak, just someone smiles at the camera, freeze frame ending.
Yeah.
It's such a repetitive thing.
It's excellent.
It's
It's like
good.
the fade out.
This movie would really like they really needed to understand the rule of thirds. If you're not familiar with the rule of thirds, just to explain a little bit of comedy,
Inside baseball.
a little bit of the behind the scenes.
Let's get
bit of
right
a
in that
PTSD
baseball.
If you're a bit of a K-pop
Baseball
fan.
has 4 bases, actually, not 3.
Batter up, baby. We've got some information coming inside your way.
3
Tee it-
strikes.
Now, Mitch,
Inside
before you
the
go
baseball. Give him
too
a
far with
softball.
this,
Give him a softball now.
are you aware that the rule of thirds also applies to filmmaking, framing?
No, it's only
cinematography.
That's thirds. So this is the rule of threes. Threes.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Threes.
rule of threes is
Rule of
not
Yeah.
I
three.
thought you were talking about the rule of turds. Am I right?
This movie does not rule because it's a
Now,
turd.
Buzz, I don't know if that kind of joke is really appreciated on a public podcast.
Swing bada bada. Hey. Blah, 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 blah. What was I talking about?
Inside baseball.
Inside baseball.
Rule of
right.
threes.
So you've got 3 bases, right? You set it up.
You've got sporty base.
You got sporty base. You hit. You go to your first base.
You got baby
Base, you got
base.
sporty, you got ginger base. Actually, ginger
like a
base.
3
joke.
bass guitars. All bands should have 3 basses.
Like, okay, if you, okay, I'm just gonna actually explain what the fuck I was talking about.
Please.
Try.
You make
I
a
don't
joke.
want you to.
I dare
I don't
you.
even want you to.
I bloody dare you.
All right. Some things will remain mysteries. Okay, the rule of thirds.
We must have done it during this whole
I'm
thing.
very
right
sure
now.
we have. You make a joke. Past 3, it becomes real fucking tired. So every time he does the,
Oh, yeah?
like,
How many Anchorman quotes did you guys butcher earlier?
We
yeah,
were
was a
just
bad
quoting
choice.
Anchorman. I don't know what you're talking about.
do not go in there.
Oh, you mean this? You mean this San Francisco man,
That's San Francisco, man.
or was it Seattle man? Mr. Burgundy, you've got a huge dick. Do you remember that part when he had a big dick in the newsroom and she looked down and said, "Mr. Burgundy got big dick."
That's
So I think Mitch's point is that some of the jokes in the movie, some of the folks' jokes, as we were calling them, went a little too many or not enough. Did they only do 2 and not hit 3? Was it the sweet spot they weren't matching?
no. I think they just keep on like dementia jokes, like the joke that he's always going to forget his son. Give me a couple of those, but like it's like every fucking. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not getting annoyed with people with actual dementia being like every fucking time I talk to you.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Can I also say that I thought it was actually a really sweet movie at its core, because he wasn't, as soon as he realized his dad had dementia, and it seemed like he wasn't that close to his dad because his mum said he'd been having these symptoms for like 7 to 8 years, so it seemed like he hadn't seen him in a long time. But he wasn't like, fuck, I'm not dealing with this. He was like, I'm going to take them in. They can live with me and my family. Yeah. And there were a lot of sweet moments where they talked about it, and it was quite emotional. But it was also sometimes played for laughs, And then there were really hectic moments that didn't get the gravity that they deserved, because at one point he looked for his kids and they weren't in the house. And then he ran outside and his dad had just taken his 2 young children and walked into the middle of traffic.
Yeah, very busy traffic. And also that moment where he becomes lucid in the park and starts explaining to Tom Selleck that he wants him to kill him. Like, as soon as he started talking, his entire voice and, like, body language changed. And he was just a different person. And like, as soon as he said one word and his voice was really deep, and I immediately just blurted out like, "Oh, he's gone lucid. He's going to say some real shit right now." And then he immediately did. So I'm the smartest.
So
I
now
know how
you're
these movies
the
go.
one.
I can be the smart brother now.
And I guess that's
Right.
why we've
Same
all come
moment.
together to work on this podcast together. Is that we can see through the matrix when we watch these films.
Yeah, we've seen so many of these terrible tomatoes that we can just see straight through them. I think in that moment you were just talking about, Morgan, it ends with Tom Selleck, like his dad says, you need to find a way to kill me or I'll commit suicide, kind of thing. And Tom Selleck says, if you commit suicide, I'll kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's another.
Very funny line.
That's not technically a switcheroo, but I'd put it pretty high up there in terms of.
Is that a rule of thirds?
Yeah, I was going to
Yes.
say.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
100%.
rule of thirds. That's definitely in the rule of thirds.
See,
joke.
this is Mitch's problem. Tom Selleck loses a testicle. He should have got a third one.
Yes.
What is Tom Selleck from? Why do I know him?
Magnum PI.
He was in-
Magnum PI.
He had a mustache.
He was also in Friends. That's the only thing
He
I
was
know him from.
Monica's-
He was
Yeah.
Monica's boyfriend.
Monica's
Boyfriend.
ex-fiance or whatever.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Before she got with Chandelier. Like Sia. Yeah.
Could you
who,
mispronounce my name
favorite
any
song
worse?
about the Friends cast
Yeah.
is Sia's song
Chandelier.
It's a good song.
I'll have to take your word on that one, but I think I get it.
I prefer the Matt LeBlanc remix where it's just a Joey rap. It's good. It's good.
Well, that's
That's
the
the movie.
entire movie.
We did it.
We've gone through it. I think we should probably go around the horn now and give it our ratings. Mitch, do you want to kick us off? What do you reckon? Is this truly rotten?
I'm gonna preface this with just two more things. Just quickly while we've got the time.
Why not make it a rule of 3?
Yeah, 3. Don't
I
leave us
mean-
hanging.
That's what I call the rule of too soon.
All right. 1, the sisters' kids were great.
Oh, the
Yeah.
little fat kids.
Little
yeah.
fat
cunts.
kids.
Yeah. One of
Fat,
the
little
little
loudmouth,
chubby
little
cunts.
like
They're
freckly,
awesome.
annoying kids.
The littlest one was in Heavyweights, which would be released
Yeah.
Oh,
starring
really?
Ben Stiller a few years later. Yeah.
Great movie.
He was the one who
Great
liked the
movie.
deli meat. I
Fantastic
believe.
movie. Really?
Prequel,
Oh, he was.
I
I
believe
knew
that
I
was,
fucking recognized that kid's face. Oh, that's good.
Heavyweights being the prequel to
Dodgeball.
Zoolander.
No, Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
In the canon is in chronological order in the universe. It goes
Yeah.
Heavyweights,
Yeah.
Seattle Man,
Seedleman.
and Dodge Them Balls.
Dodge them. You can't get hit by them is the rule of the game. What were we talking about? Ratings. Yeah, I fucking
You
hate
said
this
you had, no.
movie.
You had
Yeah.
two things.
Oh yeah,
you
had two things you wanted
Oh,
to.
hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. My second thing.
You didn't say the first thing.
This is
And
why
in conclusion.
Oh yeah. The fat kids.
The
yeah.
kids.
Fat kids were great.
Yeah, they were great.
Oh, okay. That was
I
the
wish
whole
they
thing.
had more of a central role. No. I talked about Anchorman. No. We covered everything. No. Hold on. What was I gonna say?
Shout out to the fat kids out there
Shout
listening
out-
to
hey,
Truly Rotten
shout out to
Tomatoes.
those fat kids.
All my fat tomatites out there.
Hey, that might keep you alive if it all goes to shit. Which I mean, that's the way it's looking, folks. I mean, we're real. Shout out to my salsa. Stay safe. Try to live.
Are we up to the shout outs yet? No. We're
The-
doing the
the
ratings.
fat ones,
I'm
you
going
know,
to go
we're
and
doing
shout
the
out
ratings.
to the
Sorry,
Haitian
sorry.
country acts out there.
Hey, I just got a message. The Jay's watching Evan Almighty. That's a bad movie.
That's pretty
That's
bad, but it's no
terrible.
Bruce. Okay, so
All
rate
right,
it.
so rate it out
What
of
do you
10.
Out of 10, I'm going to give this a solid 3. I'm going to give it a solid 3, and that's only for the music. It made me upset. The tone made me confused. It's like a madcap comedy about dementia and then killing your parents.
It was tonally off.
It's like there's no tone. And you know what? I know I say this about most of these movies, but it was fucking racist, all right? There was a lot of racist shit in this movie.
Oh yeah,
I
and just
say it.
one other line I wanted to talk about is when they go under the bridge and they meet their new friends, who then they seem intimidating, but then they drop them back home afterwards. Then they've made friends.
Right.
When they meet those friends, you hear a little voiceover from those friends, and they go like, "Hey man, what are these guys doing down here?" And it's like clearly voiceover, and no one has said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
There's also a weird like mafia subplot in here where the dementia dad keeps talking about the mafia and and he does a press conference at one point when the FBI are raiding the stockbroker firm. The dad comes downstairs, just talks to the press, and we like an hour later we see what he said, and he just kept talking about the mafia, and then he just hops on a bus, like a random bus that's passing by, and Tom Selleck has to chase after him.
But yeah, I give this a 3. You know what? I'm going to give it a 3.5 because the music was delightful.
Yeah, it was delightful.
It felt like Spyro Gyra or the Doobie Brothers or who's that? Who does Peg?
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
Yeah,
Maybe a Steely Dan.
Steely
kinda,
Daniel.
Thing. But yeah, the comedies are always the fucking worst on this list.
Problem
They
Child
are
was
so much
okay,
harder.
but yeah,
No, Problem
I
Child was
agree.
like-
I liked Problem
Yeah.
Child.
Yeah,
This
it's
was
exceptional.
certainly not good. Wait until look who's
It's
talking.
these weird like who
Mitch started saying the comedies are all the problem. That's the problem with all this. And then by the end, he was like, actually, that comedy was exceptional.
it's comedies that don't have their tone right, and they actually, Police Academy had its tone. It knew what it was. It was just a piece of shit. But who is this aimed at? Who was folks aimed at? Is it? It's not teenagers. It's not like fun for kids either. It's like aimed at like 45-year-old men.
And part of me really likes and respects a lot of these movies for that reason, in that they might not be taking risks. They might not even think that they are. But so many movies are just like identical, you know what I mean? Like they just are the same movie. And for any movie to just be slightly different, even if it's crap, I get way more enjoyment out of it. That's why I love watching these movies with you guys, because they are just different. They're always different than what you would get if you went to the cinema and watched Iron Man
Or Iron Man.
or Iron
2.
or the
Or
Iron Man movies.
any John Favreau piece of art.
Sounds like you.
Now,
You know what, Chef
there's something
Man?
about these movies that I like. Having tried to make a movie and knowing how hard it is, and especially things like tone, where you can just make one wrong guess from the beginning and the whole thing is going to be flawed. But sometimes you just don't have the situation that you want to accomplish what you set out to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Malcolm Turnbull would be the perfect guest to come on this podcast.
Absolutely.
If we can get Malcolm Turnbull to sit in with the TRT boys and have a bit of a tomato chat, that would be my life complete. That would be my probably number 3 goal of this podcast, to be honest. Number 1 was getting 100 listens. Number 2 is getting some free microphones from Shaw.
Did you say?
And number
Did you say
3 is
100
Malcolm Turnbull.
listens
door?
or 100 listeners?
Hold on. I
Is
just gotta
that
get-
someone at the door?
Just listens.
Sorry, guys. There's someone at the door. Oh,
Hang on.
geez, sorry.
What's
Sorry,
that
guys.
noise?
Hello. You called?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh,
Guys.
it's really him. It's Malcolm Turnbull.
Hello, it's
Malcolm
me,
Turnbull,
ex-Prime Minister
Prime
Malcolm
Minister
Hold on,
Turnbull.
I'll try to
Not
get-
only
I'll try
did
to
we
get-
not call, we did not call you, but we were just talking about you.
How are you, young blokes out here today? I hope that you're spreading innovative new ideas, and
Wow.
you're doing so over the network. What was it called again?
I
The National Broadband
The internet?
believe
Yes.
it's pronounced Nabin.
It's the broadband one that
name
is
it.
national. Oh, guys, I got to go, but I hope I can come on genuinely and sincerely next
No,
time.
please
Thanks
come
for-
back. We
I have a-
really enjoyed you
Thanks-
being
no,
here.
sorry, guys, I got to go. I'm already knocking again to
He's
leave.
knocking
Guys,
himself
he's
away.
sorry, he's
Bye,
doing his-
Malcolm.
He's good
Thank
as,
you for coming,
he's good as
Malcolm.
knock on.
He
What
knocked
a-
himself
what a-
out.
Wow,
What
so
a
that's
thrill.
one of
So,
your goals
Declan-
already fulfilled there, Declan.
Wow.
And also,
Yeah.
Declan,
That-
you just
they
mentioned...
they do get harder.
Okay.
So the
You
first one
mentioned-
is hit 100 listens. We've done that. We did that weeks
How
ago.
many-
we
how-
are the best.
How many unique listeners though? Let's really pull our dicks out and show everyone.
I don't have that number.
You
I've got
know
it
how-
written on my dick.
You know.
Ooh, let me check it out.
All right,
Pull it
everybody,
out.
pull your dicks out.
All right.
What
all
else
right.
have we got written on there? Mine's
Um,
just got
but
my
that-
shopping list.
Declan, you mentioned that you direct and write films, so are we going to get a chance to see any of your feature films and review them for this podcast?
Yeah, but I don't want you guys to give me shit. So I was thinking I could bring the producer on and I could join you guys and we could all grill him together.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
What makes you think I would give you shit about the
I
film?
just don't want to have to
The
answer any of the
tomato?
questions of like, why was this choice made? I'll just be able to turn to the producer and go, yeah, why did you hire the person that made these choices, you moron? And I also have a lot of knowledge of things that are bad about that film, so I can't wait to get deep into it.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some bad blood there.
I think,
Yeah.
as far as it being cruelly rotten, that's up to that episode to decide, I guess. But I mean,
We'll get to that
Yeah.
when we get to it. But Declan, what would you rate this movie,
All right,
folks?
yeah.
What would you give that?
Folks, this is Barack Obama.
Oh, wow.
Malcolm
And this
Turnbull, is that
one
you?
Truly
Whoa,
rotten
Malcolm.
tomato.
Malcolm Turnbull, we
how
thought
did
you
get to
left.
Declan's house so
I heard
fast?
you knocking. That means that you left, but you're still here
So-
doing an
So
impression
weird
of
that
Barack.
Malcolm Turnbull doing Obama. It's uncanny.
That's how they both got elected
And they were
doing
both
impressions of each
in
other.
office at the same time. I wonder if he ever pulled it out in front of the Barmer, the Barminator.
I did not do an impersonation
That's-
of that American president.
That is a wow.
did not.
Malcolm Turnbull.
That is a really good
pulling
Abe
out-
Lincoln, played
Yeah.
by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, guys, have fun with the rest of the podcast. Gotta go.
Bye, Malcolm. Thanks for coming.
See you, Malks. We would like to get the real Turnbull on.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
And I'd
goal.
like to get an answer to my question, Declan. What would you rate this one?
Yeah, what do you?
Yeah, this was one of the worst ones we've watched. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. I'm not going to lie, I did play it at 1.3 speed because it was a real scorcher. It was a real scorcher, and it got me where it hurts in the sweet spot. So I hated it. I did like the how rude they were to the sister character, and I did like just how unashamedly disgusting she was. I believe at one point Tom Selleck said to his sister character, he said, you know, you left the house with our parents when you were really young. And she's like, I would have blown Hitler to get out of that house.
Yeah, no, we like that
We
line.
cl-
We
we
like
clocked
that.
that
Yeah,
one.
that's
There
why
was
I'm at a
some good
3.5.
Yeah.
was
Guys, it's me, Hayden.
Oh.
Thanks to all the Haydenators
Wait,
out
do we
there.
get a rating? Did we get a rating off you?
I'm going to give
Did we
this
get a rating?
Sorry, what, Morgan?
Did we hear a rating?
From Declan?
Oh, yeah, I said 2.
Yeah,
Give it
he
a
said 2.
out
Said
of
2?
10.
You got 2.
Yeah.
A 2 or 3.5. And
Yeah.
Hayden.
And
And
look, sis,
for all you Haydenators.
The Haydenators back. Look, just sticking to the rule of 3, I've got to give this a 3. It is truly rotten. It's a bad movie. I did not like it.
Okay. You're just giving it
But,
that
yeah,
so
the-
that you can
again-
complete the rule of 3.
The music was good. I did like the original score was
yeah.
And shout outs to Sergio Berlusconi.
Oh yeah, shout him out.
Yeah, shout out to you, fucking wicked creep.
Shout that guy the fuck
Berlusconi.
out.
There's nothing better than a glass of Merlot with a bowl of Berlusconi.
There is nothing better than to pour the salsa on my balls.
There is nothing better than I like in the homeland than a bowl of Berlusconi and the nicest red wine from the vineyard.
Shout out to the
Now,
salsa.
Morgan, did you give us your rating yet?
No.
I just give
No,
it a
and I
flat
refuse to.
2 point...
What?
That's right. I said no and I refused to.
Okay.
It was me
Guys,
saying
it's
that.
me, Morgan.
Um,
I'm a fucking dickhead, and I'm not giving you a score. Fuck you.
I-
Wow.
Sorry to interrupt, Morgan. It's me, Hayden, and I'd just like to change my rating for this sweet, sweet little movie to a 10.5. I love it. I love this movie.
That's a bit of an overreaction.
Actually,
Hayden,
this
but
is
alright.
me, Morgan. I was just joking before. That's not what I sound like. But this is me, and I think this movie rocked my socks off. If I could marry this movie, I would, and I already had sex with it. Love you, bye. Oh, whoa, Morgan's gone.
It's me.
Yeah.
He left.
Morgan wasn't even meant to watch this, and he still did. That's how much he wanted to marry this
That's
movie.
so weird.
It's me. I'm an old man, and I'm Hayden, and I'm gonna die, and I have dementia. Goodbye. Please kill me.
Hold on. Can I do my Hayden?
Yeah.
Girls, stop making noise back there. I'm trying to podcast. Go to bed.
Accurate.
All right, what do we got next on this pod? We got Look Who's Talking Now
Hell
from
yeah.
1993 in the next episode. We might even have our first non-normal cast member in the podcast. We might have a guest.
Yeah. I got a couple
No,
of guests.
I'm going to tell
we
you who it
already did
is.
that.
We won't give any hints.
We already did that. We had Malcolm
we've had- I was
Turnbull
gonna say,
and...
we're
well,
not
it was
giving
just
any
Malcolm
hints.
Turnbull.
We had a really busy, considering what's going on in the world right now. We had a lot of guests, like for our podcast,
We probably shouldn't have had
and
this
pretty
many guests in
highfalutin
one
guests
episode.
that have got a lot more important things to do right now with their time than appear on this podcast. But hey, if I could just slip this in, I give it a 2.5.
Oh right, yeah.
Nice.
We did get
And
So
actually,
that is-
can I say, with my 2 out of 10 rating that I gave it just before, this brought me back to why I hate this podcast. This was one of those just full slogs. It was like an hour and 45 minutes. I really didn't enjoy watching any of it. And thanks a lot for making me have to do it. And there's like 40 more of these things to do.
is that true?
Like, I don't know. Maybe there's 30 or something, but there's lots.
There's going to be more added to the list as well. If you look deeper, the list is not. It's not full. It's not comprehensive. So we can always.
Does
find
anyone
more.
in this podcast have a Wikipedia like editing membership? Maybe you should get on there and like update the list because it doesn't look like anyone's maintaining that page. We're using the Wikipedia page.
I'm
right?
not. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to go back to Wikipedia because
Damn.
of what I did.
Because of the way you wrote the article for the rule of threes
That's
so
right.
incorrectly.
Now, Mitch actually thought that Wikipedia was a place to pee, and he used it as a public restroom, and
Yeah.
so he hasn't been able to go back there ever since.
What I read in the paper was that Mitch thought it was Wikipedia, and
See,
it
I
was
gonna-
for other pedophiles to meet up.
Yeah, I wanted to make that joke as well, but I couldn't find a way to get the rule of 3 to sit perfectly within the wording.
Yeah, I thought it was Wikipedia, as in Wikipedia Griffin. So why?
Lois,
mistakenly-
what are you doing over there with Quagmire? This reminds me of the time that I had a beer with my friend Quagmire.
Lost my mind.
Well,
Lost
hey,
my mind.
Peter.
We could do this all day and all
Are
night.
you on Wikipedia? Giggity.
Peter, I'm an anthropomorphic dog that can read your thoughts, and I'm Johnny Cash.
Yeah, that's your Johnny Cash. That's not your Joe from.
Peter, you can't have a child who talks.
Peter, I'm Stewie. I'm a dog. I'm a dog that talks. No, I'm
Yeah,
the baby
I don't
that
think
talks.
Stewie's a dog that talks though.
Smithers, who's this man pretending that a baby is a dog?
He's a dog that talks from Sector 7G.
Well, tell him that Mr. Burns and Smithers are voiced by the same actor, and I would appreciate it if you didn't lampoon me like that.
When do you think the isolation is going to start getting?
I am
to people?
Apu Nahasa Peter Petlan. I do Kung Fu very good. Fastest fists in the West. Thank you. Come 2 more times.
Hayden's fucking track.
Is that how they fixed the racism behind the voice of Apu?
That's right.
By just switching him?
You want to challenge me? Apu Napasa Peter Petipan at Kung Fu? You make me laugh.
Imagine the
All right, thanks for tuning
Right, guys?
into this remote episode. I'm stopping my recorder now. Next week we got Look Who's Talking Now.
That was truly remote tomatoes. Join us next week for Look Who's Talking Now. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay on this feed. Sometimes things get repeated.
Shout out to the salsa.
And the tomatites.
What were the Hayden ones again?
I don't know. What was the one you said before? That was cool.
Haydenators.
No, Haterchondriacs.
Haterchondriacs. What's up to my haters?
Mm-hmm. What about haterculturalists? like horticulturalists.
Haterculturalists. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hater dashers.
How about the hydroponics?
Oh, the hydroponics.
Yeah. Boom.
Hydroponics.
For growing your tomatoes.
I'm going to stop recording.
For growing tomatoes. yeah, got to stop that record.
See you guys.